Hello friends, my name is Ramasu. Today we shall discuss about a topic, the detailed history of project management. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in project management or you are planning to give exam of PMP in near future. So let's start friend. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well so that my videos can reach to you. Friend, the history of the project management starts from 2570 BC. The pharaohs have built the pyramids, and today archaeologists still argue about how they achieved this feat. Ancient records show there were managers for each of the four faces of the Great Pyramid responsible for overseeing their completion. We know there was some degree of planning, execution, and control involved in managing this project. Then in 2008 BC, later still, Yuan Shihong, the first emperor of the unified China under the Qin dynasty, built another wonder of the world. The emperor ordered millions of people to finish this project. According to historical data, the labor force was organized into three groups: soldier, ordinary people, and criminals. In 1917, one of the forefathers of management, Henry Gantt, is best known for creating his self-named scheduling diagram, the Gantt chart. It was a radical idea and an innovation of worldwide importance in the 1920s. One of its first uses was to Hoover Dam project started in 1931. Then in 1956, early practitioners of project management and the associated specialties of planning and scheduling, cost of estimating, cost and schedule control formed the AACE in 1956. It has remained the leading professional society for cost estimators, cost engineers, schedulers, project managers, and project control specialists since AACE continued its pioneering work in 2006, releasing the first integrated process for portfolio, program, and project management with their total cost management framework. In 1957, developed by DuPont, CPM is a technique used to predict project duration by analyzing which sequence of activities has the least amount of scheduling flexibility. DuPont designed it to address the complex process of shutting down chemical plants for maintenance and then, with the maintenance completed, restarting them. The technique was so successful it saved the corporation $1 million in the first year of its implementation. Then in 1958, basically the during the Cold War, the United States Department of Defense, US Navy Special Projects Office developed PERT as part of the Polaris Mobile Submarine Launched Ballistic Missile Project. PERT is a method for analyzing the task involved in completing a project, especially the time needed to complete each task and identifying the minimum time required to complete the total project. 1962, the United States Department of Defense created the WBS concept as part of the Polaris Mobile Submarine Launch Ballistic Missile Project. After completing the project, the DoD published the work breakdown structure it used and mandated the following of the procedure in future projects of this scope and size. WBS is an exhaustive hierarchical tree structure of deliverables and tasks that need to be performed to complete a project. Later adopted by the private sector, the WBS remains one of the most common and valuable project management tool. 1965, IPMA was the world's first project management association started in Vienna by a group as a forum for project managers to network and share information. Registered in Switzerland, the association is a federation of about 50 national and internationally oriented project management associations. Its vision is to promote project management and to lead the development of the profession. Since 1965, IPMA has grown and spread worldwide with over 120,000 members in 2012. 1969, Five volunteers founded PMI as a non-profit professional organization dedicated to advancing project management practice, science and profession. The Commonwealth of issued articles of incorporation for PMI in 1969, which signified its official start. PMI held its first symposium in Atlanta, Georgia, attended by 83 people during that same year. Since then, PMI has become best known as the publisher, a guide to the project management body of knowledge, considered essential tools in today's project management profession. 1975. The development of Prompt 2 was in response to an outcry that computer projects were overrunning on time estimated for completion and original budgets as set out in feasibility studies. It was not unusual to experience factors of double, treble, or even 10 times the original estimates. Prompt 2 was an attempt to set down guidelines for the stage flow of a computer project. In 1979, the UK government's Central Computing and Telecommunication Agency adopted the method for all the information system projects. Next is 1975. In his book on software engineering and project management, Fred Brock's central theme is that adding manpower to a late software project makes it later. This idea is called Brooks' law. The extra human communication needed to add another member to a programming team is more than anyone expects. It naturally depends on the experience and sophistication of the human programmers involved and the quality of available documentation. Nevertheless, no matter how much experience they have, the extra time discussing the assignment, commitments, and technical details and evaluating the results becomes exponential as more people get added. These observations are from Brooks' experiences while managing the development of the IBM basically. 1984. TOC is an overall management philosophy that is geared to help organizations continually achieve their goal. The title comes from the view that any manageable system is limited in achieving more of its goal by a small number of constraints, and there is always at least one constraint. The TOC process seeks to identify the constraint and restructure the rest of the organization by using 5 focusing steps. The methods and algorithms from TOC went on to form the basis of critical change project management. 1986. Scrum is an agile software development model based on multiple small teams working in an intensive and interdependent manner. In their paper, The New Product Development Game, Harvard Business Review and Nonaka named Scrum as a project management style. Later, they elaborated it in the Knowledge Creating Company. Although Scrum is intended to manage software development projects, it can be used to run software maintenance items as a general project and program management approach. 1987. First published by the PMI as a white paper in 1987, the PMBOK Guide was an attempt to document and standardize accepted project management information and practices. The first edition was published in 1996, followed by a second in 2000 and a third in 2004. Guide is one of the essential tools in project management profession today and has become the global standard for the industry. 1989. The PMBOK Guide of 1987 outlines earned value management, subsequently expanded on its later edition. Although the earned value concept has been around on factory floors since the early 1990s, it only came to prominence as a project management technique in the late 1980s. In 1989, EVM leadership was elevated to Under Secretary of Defense for Acquisition, thus making EVM an essential part of program management and procurement. Next, uh, next is basically 1989. 1989 Prince Method, basically published by the UK government agency CCTA, projects in control environment, become the UK standard for all government information systems projects. A feature of the original method not seen in other methods was the idea of assuring progress from three separate but linked perspectives. 1994 this Standish group collects information on project failures in the information technology industry, intending to make the industry more successful, showing ways to improve its success rates and increase the value of IT investments. 1996 OGC considered an upgrade to Prince in order, and the development was contracted out by but assured by a virtual committee spread among 150 European organizations, initially developed for information systems and information technology projects to reduce cost and time overruns. The second revision became more generic and applicable to any project type. 1997 developed by Goldert, critical chain project management is based on methods and algorithms drawn from his theory of constraints introduced in his 1984. The goal: a critical chain project network will keep the resources lively loaded but need them to be flexible in their start times and switch quickly between task and task chains to keep the whole project on schedule. 1998 the American National Standards Institute recognized PMBOK as a standard in 1998, and later that year the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Then 2001. In February 2001, 17 software developers met at the Lodge Snowbird Resort to discuss lightweight software development methods. They published the Manifesto for Agile Software Development to define the approach now known by the same name. Some of the manifesto's authors formed the Agile Alliance, a non-profit organization promoting software development according to Manifesto 12 core principles. 2006 Total Cost Management is the name given by AACE International to a process for applying the skills and knowledge of cost engineering. It is also the first integrated process or method of portfolio, program and project management. 2008 The fourth edition of Agile continues the PMI tradition of excellence in project management with an easier to understand and implement the standard with improved consistency and greater clarification. 2009 A significant revision has made the method more straightforward and easily customizable, a frequent request from users. The updated version has 7 basic principles that contribute to project success. Overall, the updated method aims to give project managers better tools to deliver projects on time, within budget, and with the right quality. 2012 In September 2012, the International Organization for Standardization published ISO guidance on project management. The standard is designed for any organization. It is the result of 5 years work by experts from more than 50 countries. Okay. Then in 2012 basically the 5th edition of guide published in December 2012 provides guidelines, rules and characteristics for project management recognized as good practice in profession. 2017 The update reflects good practices in project management. New to the 6th edition, each knowledge area contains a 6th section entitled Approaches for Agile, Interactive and Adaptive Environments, describing how these practices integrate into project settings. 2018 Prince2 Agile is a tailored form of Prince2 suitable for agile projects that use Kanban, Scrum or a similar agile system in their delivery layer. 2021 The later edition of addresses project practitioners' current and future needs and helps them by more proactive innovative, and agile, enabling desired project outcomes. The critical change in this edition reflects the full range of development approaches, providing an entire section devoted to tailoring the development approach and processes. So friend, thank you, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with the friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for watching the video.